Hello, Merry Christmas and welcome along to part 5 of this FM21 Touch challenge, Help the Hatters with me, Daniel. I'm taking my beloved Luton Town from the perilous position in the Saviour Cometh challenge and we're trying to keep them up in the Championship. And so far, there is no other way of putting it, it's been an unmitigated disaster. So I'm hoping the festive celebrations and the festive season will be kind to me as we play 22nd place Middlesbrough today. And even if we win, we only go within 8 points of them. That's how bad it's been. We've then got 15th place Cardiff at home, who are well clear of us now. So we have to get results, and we have to get them quick. So let's go and see if we can. You can see we've had one game off camera, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But firstly, if you are enjoying this series so far and looking forward to today's video, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying the festive celebrations or even just the break if you're not celebrating Christmas. If you want to stay up to date with the content on the channel, please do subscribe down below for regular content from Two Long-Term Stories. This one will continue for the rest of the week and our normal daily stories will resume at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon on Boxing Day. And it is a massive one as well, so please do pop in and say hello. But let's go and have a look at the game we played off camera, because it's not gone great. And then we'll get back to the Middlesbrough manager, which is something else. We played Huddersfield. Again, we dominated the match. And we ended up coming back from 3-1, sneak a 3-3 draw. So in the grand scheme of things, a decent result. But of course, given where we were in the table, it's not really that helpful. We've now gone a number of games without a win, 6 in total. We've given a bit of a team briefing to the lads, but you haven't got the team talks and the individual chats we mentioned in the last episode. It makes this edition so much harder. Middlesbrough, without Neil Warnock, have got Michael O'Neill, the former Stoke man. He's left to come here. He's a very good coach. We know what he can do with Northern Ireland. I wonder who Stoke have got. They've got Quique Sanchez-Flores. So a little bit of a managerial merry-go-round in the Championship. A very quick change in style for Stoke. Middlesbrough gone for a bit more of the same. But James Collins now the top scorer, so can he get one or more today? If we go into the first match, we have dropped the captain Sonny Bradley, who's been in woeful form. One of the goals that we let in against Huddersfield was beyond Sunday League. I would argue it's almost unrealistic. We have got a debut today for Ashley Richards, who we offered a contract to last time out. He only actually agreed to join yesterday, which is why he hasn't played yet. But he's come in with James Bree still injured, and he will be our new right wing back. So at the back three, we've got Galloway coming in alongside Pearson and Lockyer. I'm not really sure what's the best way to play those three. Maybe Lockyer in as the covering defender? I just don't know. But onto the lineup, otherwise it's much of the same. There's only so much you can do with the same squad of players. So we've gone for Simon Sluga in goal, Galloway, Lockyer and Pearson the back three, Richards and Norrington Davis on the wings, Pelly Radukampanzu and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall in central midfield, with Curtis Jones behind Idar and Collins up front. Idar starting to go on a goalless run now. We've not really got many good options there. We brought Kasenga off the bench for longer in the last game. Didn't do that well. So I just don't really know if we can get anyone into form. And the morale seems to be the biggest defeating thing here. And we can't recover it. So I can't see how we're going to survive it. This is another must-win game. But we've lost most of them so far. So we're probably already out of it in truth. To make up 12 points in 12 games would be a pretty remarkable achievement. And I can't see it coming from anywhere. So let's go and get into this one. At this point, we just want positive performances. It's Middlesbrough v Luton. It's a relegation 6-pointer. And I'll try and stay a bit calmer than the last episode. Let me know in the comments what you think will happen. And let's go and see if we can get a result. I mean, the question you have to really ask yourself is how Middlesbrough are down there. I know they're picking up results since O'Neill joined. But Bettinelli in goal, Howson, Morsey, Saville, quality players in the middle. Akpom and Patrick Roberts leading the line. I mean, it's a quality side. They should be nowhere near the bottom. But let's get into the first half. It's Middlesbrough v Luton Town. And I'm hoping against the 3-4-3, we'll be able to overrun them in the middle. Let's see if that works out. It's a free kick on the left for Middlesbrough. 25 gone. Oh my word. The set pieces defending. I mean, it's probably one of Luton's strengths this season. And I'm not sure that I've ever seen a team in FM that I've managed be worse from them. We had some problems with Cliftonville early on in Europe in FM20, but this is another level. As Pelly Ruddock picks it up in the middle. Can we get back on terms at least? Curtis Jones. Time on the ball, and he's normally dangerous with that. Beats one sliding challenge. Goes back to Dewsbury Hall, into James Collins. Hall again picks it up, 25 yards out to Collins! And his shot's just over the bar. It is really difficult to take this because we're not playing badly in most of the games. Wycombe aside, we've been alright. And we're just not getting the reward. In this game, you could argue Middlesbrough have been the better side. So we're going to go positive as we get to half time. We are 1-0 down at the Riverside and we need a big second half performance. I have dropped the wing-backs to defensive duties just to try and make us a bit more solid. I mean, you can tell from the rating of Richards it's not worked, and from the rating of the Middlesbrough wingers, as McNair heads away our corner to perilous, 30 yards out, turns on the ball, gets into the box, beats two men, and then instead of laying it across to the three strikers, tries to shoot from an acute angle. I mean, it sums up the season, really. It's been so difficult to manage because you know the players are better than that. You know it's a confidence thing. And there's nothing there to try and protect them. So I'm going to make some changes up front. Adam Idar's been woeful for a few weeks now. It's going to be Elliot Leon for him, who scored the equaliser last week. Richards has been poor at right wing back, so we'll get Jordan Clark on. And for now, I think we'll leave it at that. We've got troubles in midfield with fitness and yellow cards, but we'll give it 5 or 10 more before we weaken the side. And here we are with a throw on the left. Norrington Davis takes it to Collins. Finds Curtis Jones. Out wide to Norrington Davis again. Can we get on the front foot? Can we get a point at least? Collins to Dewsbury Hall. It doesn't help us, but I just want us to get some points here. Into Curtis Jones. Great cross, great header, great goal. Let's change the two midfielders who are knackered and on a booking, because the last thing we want to do is throw this away. Joe Morrell comes on, as does Luke Berry, and they are going to replace Pelly Ruddock and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. 4 changes made. We've got 1 in the locker if we need it. 20 minutes to get a winner at the Riverside. Just under 15 to go. Curtis Jones is knackered, but he has been the best player on the pitch, and I don't know that we can risk taking him off. But it might not matter, because Fletcher flicks on a long goal kick, Roberts gets in, and they somehow nearly score from it. It's that bad defensively. They are telling me to take him off. I just don't want to. I'm going to leave him on. I'm going to replace Matty Pearson, who's been average. We'll give Bradley 10 minutes, because I think he can do a job for us still. Tom Lockyer will move to the right. He's a better ball player, and hopefully we get on the front foot. We've dropped to balance as Middlesbrough have gone 4 up front, but 4 minutes of stoppage time and they've got a corner. And if they score from this, that's it. Oh my word. Sluga, what are you doing? This isn't the start of last season, mate. This is when you were dropping clangers. As Clark hears it downfield, it falls to the edge of the box. They've still got a chance here and it's just wide. And Simon Sluga's blushes are spared. Dropped the corner and it was put wide of the post. But 4 minutes of stoppage time up. Again, not a disastrous result on the road. But it's too little too late. It's only a point. It doesn't close the gap. And in fact, if we have a look at the other scores, Barnsley have drawn as well. Middlesbrough obviously drew with us. And Coventry lost 3-0 to Wycombe. So Coventry, the only side we can probably catch here. But Wycombe have now gone 15 clear. I mean, we've got to stop thinking about even surviving. It's a good result. It's a good effort. But we are not going to stay up. There is absolutely no way. Let's skip ahead and play the Cardiff game. We're not going to get too upset today. And let's see if we can make it 3 unbeaten. Let's get the festive cheer on and let's be positive. We'll be back in a minute for that. Cardiff time. We host a Welsh team who haven't had a great season themselves. I mean, I say that because they're 16th. But if they win today, they could be in the top half and just 4 points off the playoffs. It's that close. It's not close at the bottom though. We are marooned. We've got Ashley Richards nowhere near match fit. James Breeze still not back either. And I think aside from that, we stick with the same squad. It was a good performance against Middlesbrough. As good as we could hope for. So let's go for the same again. Exactly the same 11. We're still leaving Sonny Bradley out. And we'll see how it works as we host Cardiff. Let's find out. Sean Morrison becoming a prolific goal scorer in real life the last few weeks. Kiefer Moore, a massive target man. Maybe we should have played Bradley against him. And then the likes of Harry Wilson, who was starring in the Premier League last year. It is a very good squad. And again, it just shows you what we're competing with. And perhaps why we couldn't make up a 12-point deficit. As Wilson puts a corner in straight away. What is it with the set pieces? We have put so much work in, so much effort on the training ground, so much on the training, and we look like a Sunday League team that isn't organised. I mean, I've played in some that have defended them better than this. As Idar flicks down for Jones, we're still a threat on the counter, but if we keep conceding 2 or 3 a game, it's going to be absolutely irrelevant. 10 minutes gone, Cardiff have had the only shot, and I'm not sure how they hadn't had 1 on target at that point, because we cleared 1 off the line. But 2 on target now, 3 now. We're going to have to go positive because we're getting outclassed. I said I'd never made a back 3 work. The early signs were promising the first 2 games, but it has all gone wrong since. But then in the back 4, we were atrocious, so it's still an improvement. As Moore goes back to Vauxhall, it's into the corner. Oh, I'm finding this really difficult. I don't think we've ever had a more disastrous series. I mean, the start of FM19's head coach looked very bad, but at least we came back and recovered in that one after our first 2 sackings. This is just disaster. Cardiff 10 shots to none. Another free header from a set piece. What are you doing? What on earth are you doing at the back? Matty Pearson was marking him. He's a big bustling centre half. Whose idea was it to manage Luton here? This is the worst decision we've made. I don't even want to watch the rest of it. It's been that bad. And Cardiff are just taking the mick. They're playing out from the back. They're playing risky passes. They do not care. Lockyer to Galloway. Let's see if we can keep the ball for a couple of passes. Long ball. Oh, it's been missed. Adam Idar's in. And of course, kicks it straight at the goalkeeper. Out for a corner kick. It is 2-0 still. Oh, dear. Someone tell me what's going wrong. How do we fix this? I mean, I'm interested to see if we go down, do we get sacked? Because it might be that we continue with a rebuilding job just to put ourselves through even more pain. As Wilson carries on down the right, gets into the box unopposed, tries to cross, Norrington Davis blocks, and thankfully the linesman's given a goal kick. Because if it were a corner, we would have conceded. As Dewsbury Halls puts a free kick in, headed away, and Tomlin can bring it clear. Now that's a player who isn't best known for his pace and got away from players there. Richards picks it up at right back though. Can he get it down line? Finds Idar. Good touch. Beats the defender. Adam Idar's in. And he's got his 3rd goal for the club. That ends a goal drought. It's 2-1 to Cardiff. And if we can defend set pieces for the rest of the game, we might be able to get back on terms, even though we've been completely outclassed. Cardiff lead 2-1 at half time. I'm going to have to bring Sonny Bradley on, as poor as he's been recently. He is the club captain. He is a very good player in real life. And he's strong in the air. And we've got to bank on defending set pieces second half. So that's the one change I'm going to make, I think. We'll leave the rest for now. And hopefully the second half we can get back into it. We've gone positive. Let's get on the front foot. And it's a Cardiff corner. Start of the second half. Exactly the same outcome. Benkovic wins a free header. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know how to commentate on these games because I don't really understand what's happening. I'm at that stage now, so let's just go and make some flurry of changes. Dewsbury Hall's been unusually poor by his standards, so we'll bring on Joe Morrell. We're also going to take off Collins and bring on Elliot Lee. Idar will switch to the target man role. Richards at right back's done alright. Norrington Davis has been poor, so let's bring on Kazenga Lualawa. Let's push him up to left midfield, and let's get him as an inverted winger on attack. Let's really go for it that side. Galloway can be a ball-playing defender. He can then go left if need be. I mean, in theory, we could go significantly more attacking here. But for now, I'm so worried about conceding goals the way we're playing. I'm going to leave it at that. To be fair, in the second half, we have started to level up the stats, albeit a bit too slowly. Tomlin loses out there. Oh, Lockyer, giving it... How many times in this series, just in a few games, we've given away the ball in the edge of our own box or inside our area? It's astonishing. And the fact we can't defend set pieces doesn't help. Sluga keeps making a string of brilliant saves. And in the set pieces, there's 3 headers conceded. As Wilson gives it to Benkovic, making his way back from the corner. And with 15 to go, we've got one more sub in the locker. And I don't know what to go for. It looks like a free kick on the right-hand side for Cardiff. Harry Wilson will take it. Benkovic free header. Tomlin on the second and in for 3-1. Absolutely pathetic. Genuinely. I have never, ever seen a team defend this badly in FM. And this is a Luton side in real life that are keeping a clean sheet every other game. This is quite bizarre. Ball in, Benkovic off the line, but another free header. Oh my word. I've got to go and look at him in a minute. Wilson puts the free kick in. Guess who? Heads it over the bar this time. He could have had a double hat-trick if he was on song. I mean, he's very good in the air, but still... If we compare it to Sonny Bradley, who was marking him, it's not much difference. Lockyer wins a header from a corner at last. Jones brings it away. I mean, it's too little too late again, even if we do score. Jones into the right side of the box, crosses for Idar. It's a great save by Smithies, but Idar gave him a chance. Either side, it's a guaranteed goal, and he kicked it straight at him. It's a free kick on the right for Vaulks, though. Finds Harry Wilson, who's been a class above. He's a Premier League player in the Championship. Galloway clears long, only as far as Bennett. I'm almost can't wait for this game to be over. Not the way to celebrate the festive season. Hopefully, it's just a minor blip in the road and we'll still be able to put in some good performances. But there is absolutely no chance we're staying up here. So here we go. Merry Christmas. Luton Town relegated. What a way to do it. 2 more episodes to go in this series. And if we are in with a shout of survival in the last 2 episodes, it will be the greatest comeback I've ever achieved in this game. Because this is beyond doomed. I don't know what you go after that. Cardiff the better side, the better players on the pitch. And we didn't really have a sniffer winning it. We're on 20 points. Coventry have picked up another one. Middlesbrough picked up another one. Barnsley won away from home. And Wickham lost. So we are 15 points from safety with 10 to go. And actually, I think the scariest thing here is we might have made Luton worse than they were. Which, as a fan, making emotional decisions, it is a little bit difficult. Ashley Richards obviously loses against his former club. And what worries me next is after these 2 games off camera, one of them against Bournemouth, who are one of the promotion favourites, of course, and then Preston. We've got Barnsley in the 6-pointer afterwards, but we've also got Watford away in the derby, one of the relegated sides. Now, they're not doing too badly at the moment. They're down in 12th place, but only 6 points off the playoffs. And I think, unfortunately, there is no coming back now. 15 points behind with 10 games to go. And I think it's fair to say this is over. Too many draws, too many goals conceded, and too poor going forward. All of those things combined is an absolute disaster. But either way, it is Christmas Day, so I hope you have enjoyed the festive celebrations. Thank you for giving up part of your day to come along and watch our antics, as disappointing as we were. If you did enjoy the episode, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. We'll be back tomorrow with the head coach for a massive game in that one. This series will continue up till Sunday as well, and we'll also be back with our live stream on Sunday morning. You can check out the podcast channel in the eye above. Our Boxing Day Championship predictions are up there for tomorrow. But a massive thanks for watching as always, and your continued support with the channel. And I'll see you next time for the big local derby, and what's probably not even a 6-pointer anymore. I think we're already down. See you there.